pitch here. Microphone available? Here in the front. Thank you.
Hi, Jude, Bellingham from PA. What was your overall takeaway of the performance? Was it a case of the first half shows why England are among the favourites, and the second half, what could be our undoing?
No, not quite. I don't agree with that. I think first half shows why we can score goals against any team, and the second half shows why we can keep a clean sheet against any team. I think obviously commonly with the team there's a negative theme around all our games, sometimes rightly so, but I think in this case you take the positives from the fact that okay, maybe we had to hold on at times and suffer a little bit, but we kept a clean sheet, and when you keep a clean sheet all you have to do is score one goal to win the game, and yeah, it's 3 points. I think this team's still so new, gelling together with every game, so yeah, I think inside the change room we'll be happy with that. Of course there will be negatives that we want to kind of rub out, but overall I'm pleased with that performance.
Hi Jude. Can I just ask how special it is for you to score England's first goal of the tournament? And can I also just ask the celebration with Trent, whether there's a reason behind that?
Well, yeah, it's obviously really special to score any time for England, and especially a match-winning goal and a goal that gives us points and can contribute to us hopefully having a good tournament. And the celebration was from a game we play called Wolf, and one of the staff always holds his face like that when he doesn't know what's going on. So it was kind of more celebration for the backroom staff who, put in so much work every day. And, they won't receive any awards like this or get to have the moments that we get to have on the pitch. But we value them so much, and it's important going through the tournament we keep the atmosphere.
Okay, go Eric Peters next, and then James Robson.
Hey Jude, the fans celebrated you again with the Beatles song Hey Jude. So what does that mean to you, and do you listen sometimes to the Beatles, or are you too young for that?
No, I like the Beatles. I listen to the Beatles a lot. My style of music's a bit old, so that's right up my street. But yeah, I really enjoy playing in front of the England fans. I think it's a different experience for me because obviously I play abroad, so when I can hear an English crowd for the first time every few months, I really enjoy it, and obviously they give me a lot of appreciation, a lot of love, and I try and give that back with my performances and my energy on the pitch.
Okay, James Robson.
Hi, Jude. James Robson, Associated Press. It seems like it's English. Yeah. It seems like nothing phases you at all. On the back of the season that you've had, obviously with Real Madrid, couldn't have gone any better. Do you feel like nothing is beyond you? Because of course, no one for a long, long time has led England to a major trophy.
I don't know. I just enjoy playing football. When it comes to each and every game, I take it as a single game as opposed to looking too far into the future. I realise that in every game I feel like I can make an impact. I feel like I can decide games. But that happens on any given game instead of looking too far into the future. And the truth is that I really enjoy playing football. So when I go out there, I play with the fearlessness because I love doing it so much. It's a release for me. And yeah, it's my favourite thing to do in the world. So when I play out, it's not much of a job. It feels like a pleasure.
Okay, two more. Jacob with that.
Hi Jude, Jacob Steinberg from The Guardian. You, Trent and Dec haven't played much together at all as a three. How do you feel that it worked, and how was it with Trent, because he's not played in this role that much before?
I loved it. I think we had a great balance with the ball, without the ball, particularly in possession. I thought Trent was brilliant. He conducts games so well. He's very calm on the ball. His technique and qualities unmatched, I think, in terms of what he can do with the ball. And he's always positive, and that really helps someone like me who wants to get on the ball all over the pitch and try and attack their back line. So I look forward to having more minutes with him, enjoying how it can develop and how we can get used to each other's game and seeing how far we can take the potential. And of course, as always, Dec was fantastic. I think he's one of the best in the world in that position, and he's a joy.
Okay, last one. Thank you.
Hi Jude, it's Fernando Callas from Reuters. I wanted to, if you could go and reveal the goal that you scored, because you started the play back in the center circle in the midfield.
Okay.
So if you go to, again, you suffered like 5 or 6 fouls in the first half. It was a really rough game in the first half. They went after you. So if you could go for, it was good for first half for you, so if you could go through that.
Yeah, I felt really confident coming into the game. Couldn't wait to play at such an amazing tournament, play with such an amazing group of players. So I think you could see that I was enjoying my football. I wanted to get on the ball. I wanted to make an impact, take the game to them early, because I think I wanted to build an energy from the fans and to get behind the team. And when you're progressive, it helps doing that. Trying to be aggressive without the ball as well. And yeah, I took a few kicks, but I think it's something I've kind of gotten used to over the last couple of years. And it's about trying to react to the right way and not lose my head. And I think I handled that well today. And of course, the goal comes from a great movement between some great players. We kind of, like I said, the more we play together, we'll understand each other's movements more. But those kind of magic moments where it comes together so naturally is really nice. And I try to just keep making the box because I know players can find me and I know that I can deliver. So, yeah, brilliant goal, brilliant first half, and ended up being really important for the 3 points.
Okay, thank
Thanks,
you very
mate.
much, everyone.
Thank you all. Good evening.
Thank you. Cheers.
You introduce yourself and your media. Please put your mobiles on silent mode and we can start over here. Thank you.
Dobro večer, selektore. Ono što najviše...
Good evening, Coach. What the fans are mostly interested in this. Why have you decided to put Dusan Tadic in the bench? And have you heard his statement that he considers to be the best player, the captain and the leader, and he does not agree with this decision? Well, that's not fine. That's not nice if he said that. That's not good at all. He said that. Well, I'm saying that's not good that what he said. That was my decision. Due to tactical reasons, I wanted to have Tadic with fresh legs in the next 45 minutes. And that is the only decision, that's all. It's about the tactics, nothing else. Good evening, head coach. Good evening. I would like to know, how did you see tonight's match, considering that England was a great favourite, and after everything that we've seen in the second half, it looked like we can match them. We can equally play against such a team. Thank you. I think that the match was a very good one, very quality one from both parties, both teams. The English team is a very good one, a very strong one, but Serbia played a very brave game, really the style of football that we are aiming to play, and we have managed to get to where we wanted with the changes and with some other things to go to some normal levels, to have the control of the ball and to have the English defending, actually. I think we have managed in that. And I'm very proud how the players reacted and what they've done. They ran for so many kilometers, but football is what it is. Maybe we haven't deserved to be defeated, but it is what it is. We are going to keep going on. Thank you. Željko Vučković from Tanjug. Head coach, what will be the psychological effect right now? We were so close and then so far, and now we are ahead. Perhaps the most important match against Slovenia. And of course, I think there's going to be lots of issues with Tadic's statement. What kind of issues? Well, if you say so, even better. No issues at all. Well, with Rajkovic, you have taken a very good decision. When did you take this decision? On Rajkovic, on the goalkeeper, when did I take the decision? Some days ago, if you really want to know. But regardless of the fact, if Vanja Milinkovic would have been on the goal, it would have been the same thing. No issues at all. And there is simply no fuss about the captain's statement. Not at all. Maybe to someone that is going to be interesting. Can we make some sort of a parallel comparison with the previous Euro, in which we haven't played? Then the captain started from the bench. Well, the tactical issues were here involved. Tadic is going to be needed with his fresh legs at certain points. You understand me what I'm saying? And Can he start the match? Of course he can. No issues at all with that. But simply, that was my point of view, and there are no polemics at all. And I take the decisions. I'm the one that is holding the position that I'm holding. So there's no any space for any debate on that. What about the psychological moment? When it comes to that, I'm not satisfied with the result, of course. I'm not satisfied with the result. But it is what it is. We have enough time to rest, first of all. Tonight we are going to go back to our camp at 4 or 5 in the morning. We will have another training in the arena, and we are going to try to do whatever we can to prepare for the match against Slovenia. We have to win that, and that's the end of the debate when it comes to that. Psychologically, I have congratulated all the players for everything that I've shown tonight. There are no frustrations apart from the one regarding the result. Everything else, I'd like to say congratulations for engagement, for trying, for the style of the football. Well, we have played against England, first of all. We haven't played against some other team, some other team of different level. But as a head coach, of course, I don't like losing, and that's all. But that's part of the job, and we have to accept that as well.
Let's say that in the last 6 months he showed very, very high performance playing for the club, and I don't have a doubt that we have great goalkeepers, Rajkovic, Milinkovic-Savic, and also Petrovic from Chelsea. So what my decision was today to give a chance to Rajkovic to be number one.
Oh, go ahead.
Hi, Dragon.
Yes.
Ethan Finn from Football Cafe Media, China.
你好吗？
你好。
你好。
谢谢。
谢谢你。
Okay, so
let's keep it in English.
2
or
years ago.
Serbian, whatever.
Sorry.
No, I understand. You're polyglot.
His Chinese is good.
Go ahead.
So 2 years ago at the World Cup in Qatar,
Yes.
you lost the first game against Brazil.
Yes.
That was 2-0.
Yes.
And today, after the first game, 1-0 against England. What was the difference compared to?
We improve ourselves. We improve ourselves. 2 years ago was 2-0, now 1-0, so it's not bad. No, I mean, the difference is that all my players are healthy. There is no absolutely problem like in Qatar. And, yeah, everybody are very motivated, and they really try to give best for the team, because we are trying always to play for the team. So there is no space and let's say for some individual play. Everything is focusing on the team spirit. And today all players, they really tried to do best to score a goal against England, but yeah, the situation is good now regarding the medical report. So everybody ready to play. So it's up to me after who is going to play. In Qatar was a disaster, really. So 7-8 players. It was really, really hard to make the team and to play with a high performance.
Okay, let's go for the last question, please.
Marko Grbić, Football Star. Da li je ozbiljnija povreda kada je u pitanju Kostić?
Vidjet ćemo, sutra će vjerovatno ići sutra da se to snimi. Može biti da jeste. A ja ne bih voleo, ali vidjet ćemo. Osjetio je bol u tom spoljnom delu kolena. pretpostavljam da su u pitanju ligamenti, ali ne mogu da govorim nešto sa sigurnošću kada još uvijek ne znamo. On ima sada ove obloge, tako, led drži i više ćemo znati, ja mislim, sutra. To je zaradio, ja mislim, udarac neki je bio sa, da li Walker ili ne znam ko? Bellingham možda. Unlucky.
Okay, coach.
Yeah, no problem. We have a Serbian guys here.
They're waiting. Okay. Okay, very last question, because the English team is...
Napadačkom tandema Mitrović i Vlahović.
Score the effect of the strikers. Mitrović, Vlahović, Jovic. Are you satisfied? How did they look in the pair? As I've said, I have kept the promise saying that we will open our game, that we will play open football, and we're going to try to score. We haven't succeeded in that, but I think that their engagement was above average. They've done all that they could. They ran so much. It wasn't easy to play against Stones and the rest of the team, but at the end of the day, it is really a pity that we haven't managed to score. But when it comes to, let's say, their engagement and their will, their motivation, I think I can just give them 10 out of 10. They have fought very well, and that's it. They were excellent.
We did, yeah. I thought first half we used the ball really well. Had control of the game. Probably should have scored a second. I think second half we expended a lot of energy in the first half, and a lot of the players haven't had a 90 minutes for a while. So I was worried about us energy-wise, how we would be, and I thought that showed a little bit. Also, then we didn't keep the ball quite as well, and of course, then Serbia have to come because they need the goal. So less control. Still had an excellent chance towards the end, but pleased that we had to show a different side, that we had to show that resilience to defend our box, because I think as a group that really builds a huge spirit.
Yeah.
Hi, Gareth. A lot of people have been fretting about the defence, and Mark Gahey in particular. He was outstanding tonight. How have you dealt with that? Do you think he's been under any extra pressure with that? And you must have been delighted with the way he responded.
Yeah, I saw the player that plays every week for his club, positionally sound, calm. Tonight was an even bigger test because stature-wise, he's not one of the biggest centre-backs, and there was going to be a lot of aerial ball in the box, and he dealt with that really well. I thought he transferred what he does with his club onto the biggest stage, and he showed what a good player he is.
Yeah.
Good night, Gareth. Tonight, this match has been the historic. Because never ever in the history of the Euro two teams strike less on goal, only 11 shots on goal. Mm-hmm. How do you explain this? Did you expect this kind of match?
Well, we knew Serbia with a back five, 5-4-1 is difficult to create clear chances. So you have to be patient. You have to show the quality at the right time, we defended very well as a unit. I think there, as I said, I thought both teams. Well, it's not for me to talk about Serbia, but our team ran out of some energy, and that didn't surprise me because the lack of 90 minutes that lots of the players have had. But the substitutes came on. Helped that for us, and I think we can be more efficient in the way that we played in the first half, which would also help us moving forward.
Hi Gareth, just quickly, Trent in midfield today, a bit of a mixed picture, but Jude says he's looking forward to playing more with him. Is he going to get a chance later in the tournament?
Well, I was really pleased. Of course, Jude has such a prominent role, but he goes forward a lot, and Trent had to cover a lot of spaces that, you know, is not a role he's done very often at all. So I thought he showed great discipline. He showed some moments of that fabulous passing range that he has, the shot on goal as well. We're obviously, you know, learning with him in this role, but I thought he showed some of the attributes that he can bring. And whatever we do in there, we're going to be playing a young player or an inexperienced player. So it was great to see him come through that test.
Gareth, I was just wondering how influential you thought Harry Kane was in the first half to the overall performance, because he played maybe a bit different than he did against Iceland, because he wasn't dropping as deep as much.
Yeah, I mean, I thought we've got so many options with the ball, and we were in such control of the ball in that first half that it didn't necessarily mean that everybody needed to be fully involved in the game, you know. I thought second half his performance, where the number of times he held the ball up when we were under pressure, the number of fouls that he won, the way that he eased the pressure on the defence was incredible, really. So, yeah, first half a little bit quieter, but that was the flow of the game, and we were in complete control of that first half, which at moments Phil popped up really well in the spaces. I thought he did an excellent job in the second half when we were struggling to keep hold of it, and his technical ability to hold the ball for us in a few of those moments was really helpful. So, you know, look, this team is still coming together. Everybody's expecting us to waltz through. There's a lot of hard work ahead. We're short of certain things. We're finding best possible solutions. We've had a very complicated run-in to all of this, but the spirit of the group was there for everybody to see tonight, and we'll definitely grow from that.
Okay, last question, please.
Hi, Gareth. The police are still trying to determine exactly what sparked the issues before the game, but I just wondered if you have a comment about the fighting that erupted in Gelsenkirchen between Serbian and England fans. Serbian fans arrested 6 or 7.
First I've heard.
Okay.
First I've heard.
Okay. Well, now that I've told you.
Yeah. Well, I don't know any of the detail, so I wasn't aware of any of that. Obviously, I've been with the team and then doing 100 interviews, so but no, I wasn't aware of any of that. First I've heard.
We can pick that up. Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Thank you very much.